India is stepping into a new legal era. Say goodbye to the colonial laws of the past and welcome the future of Indian justice. Hey guys, welcome back to another new video. 7 Week Law Guru welcomes you. So today we are talking about one of the biggest legal transformations in the Indian history, the Bharatiya Sakhya Adhiniyam 2023. This act replaces the age-old Indian Evidence Act of 1872, which was a British-era law and which marks a new beginning for how evidence is handled in Indian courts. So first question that comes in our mind is that why this law was needed. For over 150 years, the Indian Evidence Act governed how evidence was admitted, examined, and weighed in courts. But think about it, a law made in 1872 during the British rule still deciding justice in digital India. It lacked provisions for digital evidence, cyber crimes, video recording, modern forensic techniques, and more. It was high time for a change. So, what is Bharatiya Sakhya Adhiniyam 2023? The Bharatiya Sakhya Adhiniyam 2023 is India's new law on evidence. It has replaced the British era Indian Evidence Act 1872. It defines what counts as evidence, how it should be presented, who bears the burden of proof, and how the courts should evaluate it. The Bharatiya Sakhya Adhiniyam 2023 consists of 4 parts, 12 chapters and a total of 170 sections. And while many concepts from the 1872 Act are retained, it's been modernized, reorganized and streamlined for today's context. Now let's look at some key highlights of the Bharatiya Sakhya Adhiniyam 2023. Digital and electronic evidence. Now electronic record like emails, WhatsApp chat, cloud data and digital photographs are fully recognized. Provisions for chain of custody and digital signatures have been strengthened. Presumption rules. Courts now have clearer guidelines on when to presume a fact or require it to be proved. This makes trial more consistent. Admissibility of electronic evidence. Now, as per section 63 of the Bharatiya Sakhya Adhiniyam, the electronic records or the digital records or any information stored in any electronic record is also admissible as evidence in the court of law. The Act uses inclusive and modern language, reduction in ambiguities. Many overlapping or confusing provisions from the old Act have been clarified. So, what does this mean for you? Or how does this affect the common man? Let's take some examples. If you are a victim of cybercrime, your screenshot or emails now have clear legal standing. Second example, if you are involved in a legal matter, digital recordings can now serve as solid proof. And lastly, for lawyers, judges, police and even common citizens, this act is a game changer. So, when was this act enforced? The Bharatiya Sakhya Adhiniyam 2023 was enforced or became operative from 1st July 2024. This new law replaced the British-era Indian Evidence Act of 1872, bringing significant reforms to how evidence is handled in Indian courts, especially with the inclusion of modern and digital evidence. This is just the beginning of a series where we will break down the Bharatiya Sakhya Adhiniyam in simple language, section by section and topic wise. So if you are a student, a lawyer, or just someone curious about India's legal reforms, make sure to like, share and subscribe to stay updated. Comment below with your questions or the topic which you would like us to explain next. Thank you for watching.